Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB Baseball preview and prediction for a Friday. It is September 16th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your friendly Friday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Sign up today and follow the top baseball pickers each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. All right, before we get to your baseball previews and prediction, you're watching the Raymond Report, which the fundamentals are based on value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a disciplined money management system. And if you'd like to learn the golden rules of sports betting, go to the website, and when you get there, go to Tools, go to Golden Rules of Betting, and you will see my top 10 commandments of sports betting, and you can get that each and every day right here at atsstats.com. All right, we got a full schedule of games here today. We're going to kick it off in Wrigley, see what the weather is like. And some of these lines weren't out, so I had to use my best guesstimate what the line will be, but they will be updated throughout the day. And the Cubbies right here. And if you follow the Raymond Report, you know I don't bet on C-type teams in the Raymond Report. In fact, when you go down here, anytime you go to our podcast or these videos, you're going to hear me talk about A, B, and C-type teams. C-type teams are teams with a record of 49% or lower. I don't bet on C-type teams. B-type teams are 50 to 59.9. And A-type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. So every time I do these podcasts, and if you see I got a C on C-type crime right here, well, I'll give you the prediction, but I'll just pass on to the next game because I don't waste my time on C-type games. All right, you got the Rockies taking on the Cubbies, and we do have a 52.9% chance of winning today for Chicago. We're going to send Marcus Stroman to the hill against German Marquez with his 8-10 record, a 5.25 ERA. Another C on C-type crime. You got the Marlins taking on Washington. I'll show you at the end of the podcast. I got a great betting angle on the total on the Marlins game right here. Today we're giving Washington a 15.9% chance of winning. But look at this, the Marlins, a 49.7% chance of winning. So it should be interesting right there. And Washington, 20-29 against C-type teams this year. All right, the good one will be tonight in Toronto. You got the Orioles taking on the Blue Jays. A 54.4% chance of winning here for Toronto. And it looks like they're going to send Thomas Hatch. Still, at the time we did these updating, there was no line on the Blue Jays. I figured that line is going to be around 120, 130. It might be a little bit higher, but we'll see, depending on the starting pitcher. And I think you got Lyles going here for Baltimore. In fact, let me do a double check right here. Yeah, Jordan Lyles, 10-10, a 4.62 ERA. I do have a small lean on the Blue Jays. Baltimore fading into the limelight in September. Chicago taking on the Detroit Tigers. Now, the White Sox, big win yesterday against the Guardians. Going to face, let me see here today, Detroit. Where's the White Sox? Lucas Giolito going up against Manning. Giolito, not a really solid season. 10-9, it's average, but a 5.18 ERA, that's a little bit high. A 51.7% chance of winning. And the White Sox against the Beatables, only 37-40 on the year. But look at against those B-type teams, 26-18. But you got to beat those teams with a losing record. And the White Sox, they struggle against those teams. Also, Kansas City against Boston, C on C-type crime. We'll give the nod here to the Red Sox at 62.6. Minnesota taking on Cleveland. You got the Guardians. Going to send Tristan McKenzie to the hill with his 10-11 record, a 3.05 ERA against Bailey Ober, tall Bailey Ober for the Minnesota Twins. Minus 135 is the line. We're going to give Cleveland the nod here at 54% chance of winning. And Cleveland against those B-type teams, only one game above 500, 28-27, while Minnesota 18-23. And you can see Cleveland right now in a bullish cycle, even though they lost yesterday to the White Sox. Pittsburgh taking on the New York Mets. Minus 260 is the line here on the Metropolitans. And you got Taijuan Walker going up against Keller. Taijuan Walker, 11-4 in a year, a 3.48 ERA. Price a little bit high, so I'm not going to bet on that. Texas taking on Tampa Bay. The Rays did a number on the Jays yesterday. I believe the final was 11-1. Minus 140 is the line. Texas today are going to send Texas, if you look at the silver lining for the Rangers this year, it's Martin Perez, 11-6 on the year and 2.77 ERA. He'll be up against the old veteran Corey Kluber, who's 10-8 with a 4.36 ERA. But the Rays are bearish right now, so I think I'm going to pass on that. Philadelphia taking on the Atlanta Braves. This is going to be a good matchup here. Atlanta trying to get to that pennant race with the Mets. Minus 180. They're going to send Max Fried to the hill with his 2.50 ERA, 13-6 record. He'll be up against Ranger Suarez, who's having a pretty decent season at 9-5 and a 3.02 ERA. Atlanta against those B-type teams, 14-12, while the Phillies 20-24 against A-type teams. Phillies bullish now, 5 days. Atlanta coming off a long road trip. All right, the Yankees taking on the Brew Crew in Milwaukee. The Yankees are going to send Frankie Montas to the hill, and this trade didn't work out too well so far. 5-12 on the year, 3.89 ERA. He'll be up against Adrian Hauser of the Brew Crew, 6-9, 4.61 ERA. We're giving the Yankees though only a 36.5% chance of winning, compared to 50.24 for the underdog Milwaukee, and they've been bullish 3 days. Oakland taking on Houston. Houston minus 350. We're not going to do that. Hey, never. 73% chance of winning against 45.7. And the Houston Astros today are going to send Justin Verlander to the hill. That's why you're seeing a big line right there. Verlander 16-3 on the year, a 1.84 ERA. Hello, Cy Young. St. Louis taking on Cincinnati. The Cardinals minus 260, a 72% chance of winning. Seattle taking on the LA Angels. They need this one, and they're going to send Robbie Ray, Cy Young winner last year, against for the Angels, Lorenzen, and who's 6-6 with a 4.70 ERA. Robbie Ray, not a bad season, 12-9, 3.56, and against those C-type teams, the Mariners, yeah, they beat them, 44-27 on the year. San Diego taking on Arizona. For the Padres tonight, you got Snell going here, Blake Snell, 6-9 with a 4.02 ERA. He'll be up against the old bummer, Madison Bumgarner, 6-14, a 4.88 ERA. And against those C-type teams, they are 51-34, while the Cardinals, 27-25, a winning record against B-type teams. So we'll see what happens here tonight. And then you got the Dodgers taking on the Giants, and the Dodgers are going to send Dustin May to the hill against, Logan Webb. Logan Webb's going to toe the rubber for the Giants. A 51.5 chance of winning here, percent chance of winning for LA. And they are 57-25 against C-type teams of this season. All right, so interesting matches today for Friday, September 16th. The games I'm going to be looking at, the handicap, obviously that Toronto-Baltimore game, once I get more confirmation on the line and the starting pitcher for Toronto. Another game I might give a look at is Giolito at the White Sox. Cleveland, Minnesota, I might give Cleveland a little bit of a nod here. Give a look with Tristan McKenzie on the hill. And who else am I going to look at here today? I'm not going to touch the Texas Tampa Bay. I don't touch Tampa Bay because they're in a bear cycle. Atlanta, Max Fried on the hill. It's going to be tough, but keep in mind they're coming off a long road trip. Yankees, Brewers, that's going to be a great matchup. I just don't trust Frankie Montas right now, the way he's pitching. And I think even though he got a win last game, but still not enough to convince me to lay money on it. And so I think those are the games I'm going to be looking at. I was going to lean with San Diego, but Arizona's playing very well against those teams with a 50 to 59.9 win percentage. All right, let's take a look here at some of the Major League Baseball trends. I got a really nice trend here on the Miami Marlins, but before we get to that, don't forget, you can get all the trends each and every day, the fun facts right here at atsstats.com. And let's take a look at the first three. The Mariners 11-1 as a 140-160 road favorite after a non-division game the last 4 years. That's good for 91.6%. Here's that Marlins trend I was telling you about. Anytime they're picking the 120 road favorite, coming off a right-handed pitcher in their last start, the last 5 years, the under has cashed in 90.9% of the time. And the under is 9-1 for the Bronx Bombers, the Yankees, as a 120-140 road favorite when they're also coming off a right-handed starting pitcher this season. So maybe the under, but again, Montas against Hauser, I don't know if that's an unders type of situation. And the Cardinals 9-1 as the home team, coming off 2 unders this season. And if you want to get the remaining trends, all you got to do is go to atsstats.com, click on MLB, and once you go there, click on the Miami Marlins 90.9 totals betting angle, and you will get today's sports betting trends. All right, teach, win, repeat. That's the motto here at the Raymond Report, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. If you do enjoy the show, hit that like button, and we'll see you back here on Monday with another Raymond Report. Cheers.